Hello, I'm glad you've come to see us again today because we're really pleased to see you. And Joe's very excited that you're back again, aren't you, Joe? You want to say, hey, hi everyone, high fives. Yes. I know we're going to have fun again, aren't we? Yes, we always do, don't we? Do you remember what we were doing last week? We were having a look at some daffodils that Joe had been growing and all the beautiful spring flowers that are out. And I've still got some here, my beautiful tulips that somebody gave me. Aren't they lovely? And wow, we want to say a special thank you to John for that beautiful picture. What a lovely bunch of daffodils you made. Aren't they lovely? They're a bit like your bunch, aren't they? Yes, because you did some too, didn't you? I know. This week, if we'd been allowed out, we were going to take you to a farm to have a look at some newborn lambs. And we're really sad that we can't do it. But we are still going to do a little visit and show you what it's like. But first, Joe wants to show you all of his favourite lambs. Oh, he does love his lambs. Yes. Did you count them? Should we count how many you've got? Can you count with us? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you've got 4 lambs. You're very lucky, aren't you? I know, they come and live in our house, don't they? And they jump around quite a lot. You think they do, yes, okay. Well, let's have a look at some real lambs that were born this year. Well, you loved going to that farm, did you? I know, wasn't the farmer good? And weren't those lambs so sweet? What about that trampoline? Have you ever seen a lamb on a trampoline before? It made me laugh to see that. And all that milk they were drinking. They were very thirsty little lambs, weren't they? Can we make a lamb craft today? Joe, that's such a good idea. How are we going to make that? Would you like to do one? I'll tell you what, let's go and see what we can find, shall we? You coming? Let's go and look. We had a look around to see what we could find. We went in the recycling and found an Easter egg box that was still there, but you might have a cereal box or some other box or bit of card or something that you would like to use. And we thought we would use it to make a little lamb or a sheep. We found some cotton wool balls, and you can either use them as whole balls or break them up into little bits. I think we'll break ours up. And then we got going. So what we did first, we drew an oval sort of shape, a round shape that's not quite a circle. We put on 2 legs there and 2 legs there. And then we drew a head. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little bit of curly, and there's a face, and then there's an ear, and another ear, and you can do an eye. You can make your sheep face look just like you want it to. It doesn't matter how it is. Now, what I did do, I added a little bit of neck, which will help to hold it together. So that's what we've got so far, isn't it? And I had to help you with that, didn't I, Joe? Because it wasn't very easy. So next thing was cutting out time, and we cut this all out so that we had, oh, I didn't say, but I did mean to say, we doubled it in half so that we'd have 2 identical shapes, which we've got here. Now, our next thing to do, and this is a bit that Joe can do, is to put lots and lots of glue on here. Oh yes, we're going to put it on both sides, this one and this one. And then what do you think we're going to do? Yes, you're right, we're going to stick on some cotton wool. So we've pulled apart a cotton wool bud. Hopefully you've got them in the house, or some sort of cotton wool. There we are, put that down there. That's very good sticking. Well done, Joe. Stick that bit on as well. Yes, oh yes. Sheep are very nice and fluffy, aren't they? Oh, you're getting tired already, you are. I don't know about you. Let's put that one on there. And another bit. Oh, that's lovely, Joe, look. Now, where was that? Yep, we cut out that head as well. Shall we just put a tiny bit on the head? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? So let's do a little bit across the top. A little bit of fluffiness there. There. Oh, yes, very good. Now we're going to turn them over. And more glue. You want to use both hands this time, do you? Okay. All round the body, but not the legs, because we're going to need 4 legs, aren't we, for this sheep, so we don't want them stuck together. Right, turn it over. That's the way. Put it down and stick it together. Now, before you stick it together completely, do you remember what we were going to do with the head? We're going to take the neck, put a bit of glue on that just in case it needs it. We're going to put it between the 2 bodies. There we go. And there we have it. There's our sheep. Now, you might say, well, it needs a little bit of spreading out on the legs, so we do that. Have 2 legs. Oh, it doesn't look as though it's got hooves, so I think I'll use a pen and just do a little hoof there. Somebody's gone off with my black pen, So we'll have brown hooves, and on that side, and on that side. There we go. You can colour in any other bits you want to. And there you have it. A lovely, fluffy lamb. Well done, Joe. Are you pleased with that? I think he is, don't you? So, do you think you can make one? You could then make lots, couldn't you? Like the ones in the field that we saw. They were good, weren't they? All skipping around, hop, skip and a jump. That was good, wasn't it? Okay, let's go back now because it's time to tidy up and go and have our sleeping bunnies. You ready? Off we go then. With that, I hope you're going to be able to make a little lamb too. You might want to make several and have a whole field full, like our little lambs that we went to see. But now it's time for sleeping bunnies. Are you ready? Are your eyes tight shut? Off we go. See those sleeping bunnies sleeping till it's noon. Shall we try and wake them with a merry tune? They're so still, are they ill? Wake up, little bunnies! Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. 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 Yes! Well done. Let's do that again, shall we? Go on. Down you go. See those sleeping bunnies sleeping till it's noon. Shall we try and wake them with a merry tune? They're so still, they ill. Wake up, little bunnies! Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. 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 Yes, well done, lovely bunnies. Right now, I know some people have had a birthday. Have you had a birthday? Well, shall I tell you who has? Let's see, we've got our birthday cake. Edward, Amaya, Sophie, Oscar, Ella, Austin, Phoebe, Juliet, and Lila. You're going to have a birthday on Saturday, aren't you? Right, so it's time to sing happy birthday to all you lovely people. And it would help if this worked. That's better. There, look at those lovely candles. I wonder how old you are. Are you 1, 2, 3 or 4? Well, we'll count in a minute, shall we? Right, are you ready? Let's all sing together. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Lovely, well sung. Right, okay, Joe, we're going to blow out these candles. Can you do it? Have you got a lot of puff today? Let's find out, shall we? Here we go. No. A bit more. Oh, you haven't got a lot of puff, have you? No, you haven't. Try again. 2 gone. 3. Big one for this one. Yes, well done. Oh yes, well, I do hope you're having lovely birthdays out there. It's really fun to have a birthday, isn't it? Is it your birthday? Very nearly. You wait and see. One day it's going to be yours, isn't it? Yes. Oh, I know. So exciting, isn't it? Right, now, I wonder, do you think Kate's there today? Because I hope she's got a song for us. Kate, are you there? Can we come and see you?
Hiya! Hello, my little darlings. I hope you are being good for your mummy and for your daddy if you are staying at home. And me and little Lily thought that you might quite like to do some songs with us. Would you like to do some songs with us? Would you like to do some songs? Should we do some songs together? All right, let's do it. Are you ready? Let's go.
I can wiggle like a worm, jump like a flea,
Jump, jump.
growl like a tiger, and buzz like a bee. I can waddle like a duck and sing like a bird. I am wonderfully made, and I thank you, God.
I can slither like a snake, run like a hare, dive like a dolphin, hug like a bear. I can curl up like a cat, dig like a dog. I am wonderfully made, and I thank you, God.
I can wriggle like a worm,
Wiggle, 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 jump like a flea,
growl like a tiger,
and buzz like a bee.
I can waddle like a duck
And sing like a bird.
I am wonderfully made, and I thank you, God. I am wonderfully made, and I thank you, God.
Yay! Well done, you guys. We will see you soon. Bye. Bye.
Now it's time for our story. I'm going to tell you a story about a little lamb who got lost. My mummy used to tell me this story when I was a little girl. Now that was a long time ago. But do you know, this story was first told even longer ago than that, because Jesus told this story, and that's 2,000 years ago. Wow, that is a long time, isn't it? But people still love this story. And Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep and they know me. And I love them so much, I would be willing to give my life for them. So let's see what happened to this little lamb. Once upon a time, there was a little lamb who lived with his mummy in a field and with all the other lambs, just like the field we saw, all those little lambs. He loved his mummy very much. He used to run and jump all around her and bump his little woolly head into her woolly side. He played with all the other lambs too in the field. They would chase each other and run and jump and skip and hop and have lots of fun together. Sometimes the little lamb got tired of the field. Then he would climb the wall which went round the field where some of the stones had fallen, and he would look into the next field. The little lamb thought the next field looked much nicer than his field. The buttercups looked bigger, and the grass looked thicker and greener. Bah, bah, don't go into that field, his mummy would say, or you might get lost. No, mummy, he would promise in his little high-up voice. Meh, meh. But one day, when he went to look over the wall, he saw it was easy to climb over into the next field. So he put one little hoof on it and then the other, and gave a little hop and jumped right down into the field. Just for a moment he felt frightened, and he stood quite still to see if his mummy had noticed and was calling him. But she wasn't. She was with all the other sheep, all talking about their little lambs, and their heads were all close together, and she never noticed that he'd gone. So, when he knew that no one had seen him go, the little lamb ran out into the field and began to nibble at the lovely juicy buttercups and daisies and the green grass. And every time he stopped to nibble, he saw some more buttercups and daisies further away, and would run and begin to nibble them too. Sometimes he gave a little hop, skip and a jump, just because it was fun to be out of his own field. And so he went on and on, further and further away from home. Once he thought he heard his mummy calling, "Bah, bah," but he pretended he didn't hear and just ran on. He never answered her as he always used to do, with a meh, meh. At last, he began to get tired, and he thought he would go home. The sun was sinking in the sky, and it was beginning to get cold. He thought of his mummy's nice, warm, woolly side. So he turned round to go home, but he couldn't remember the way. The ground grew rough and stony as he scrambled up and down, and the brambles caught in his wool. And at last he fell and cut his leg, and he began to cry because he was lost. It was getting dark and he wanted his mummy. He called, "Meh, meh," in a squeaky voice, but he was a long way from home, and his mummy couldn't hear him. But away back in the field, the shepherd was looking round, counting all the sheep and the lambs before bedtime. "Where's my little lammy?" he asked. "I can't see him anywhere." "Bah, bah, we don't know," the little lamb's mummy said. "I think he must have run away. He's rather a naughty little lamb," she said sadly. "He doesn't always do what I tell him." Bah, bah. "Don't worry, I'll go and look for him," said the shepherd. "I love your little lamb too. Now, you stay here, all of you, until I come back." And so he left them and started out, carrying a lamp in his hand, and went looking and looking everywhere for the little lamb. And as he went, he called out, little lamb, where are you?" At last he heard a little voice answering, "Meh, meh." he said. There you are, little lamb. What have you done? I'm sorry I ran away, said the little lamb. And he really was sorry. You won't ever do it again, will you? Said the shepherd as he tied his handkerchief around the little lamb's leg. No, the little lamb promised. No, I never will again. Then the shepherd picked up the little lamb in his arms, and the lamb thought he had the kindest, most loving face he had ever seen. Who do you think the shepherd was? That's right. It was Jesus, wasn't it? Down they went through the stones and the brambles, all the way back home. But the little lamb wasn't frightened anymore, because the good shepherd had him safe in his arms, and he knew that he was sorry and that Jesus had forgiven him. And wasn't his mummy glad to have him home again? And wasn't he pleased to see his mummy in his field? Well, that was a lovely story, wasn't it? And do you know, Jesus is the Good Shepherd to all of us. He knows you and he loves you and he knows me and all our families and all the people we love. He loves them too. And he's got so much love for us. Shall we sing our song? We didn't sing it before the story. Do you remember? Jesus' love is very wonderful. So high, so low, so wide. Oh, wonderful love. Are you ready? Let's sing it. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So high you can't get over it, so low you can't get under it, so wide you can't get round it. Oh, wonderful love. Well, thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you next week, but now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Have a lovely week.